You know, ever since we decided to do this show live, Jason, it's changed the dynamics. It's weird to do it live because when you film it, you have to like redo stuff, and I feel like you have to redo it, but you don't. You just do it here, and we let it roll. We do it live.
That's it.
It is the 189th episode of Risk On, what will we hope to become the greatest show ever about risk ever. I'm not really doing a good job explaining what Risk On means. I got to work on that. People still don't know what that means and what we do here on the show. I'm much happier with the show now that Christy is full-time.
Yeah.
But I'm not like there with what we're producing content-wise. I don't know that we're helping a lot of people explaining everything. I do see that Boats bought 160,000 shares of Nile, 1 Bitcoin. Wow. That's interesting. I don't know who Boats is, but maybe I need to meet him.
I mean, he's turned it into a yacht.
He's a big shareholder.
He could be a yacht,
a
vessel.
Be a yacht.
Yeah.
Maybe he's hey, turn this on, man.
Go ahead.
Maybe he's the OG. What do you think?
Remix.
Kind of.
Wow.
Oh, I think what happened was I think I pressed it too many times.
Double click.
Oh, I think I double clicked it a few times.
We had Risk On last night.
What the hell? Oh, whatever. Hey, it's February 18th, 2022, 189th episode of Risk On. Boats is ex-Navy. Hey, dude, my dad was in the Navy. He was a CB.
Nice.
He was stationed in Da Nang. I was in Civil Air Patrol when I was a kid, started flying when I was 13. Spent a lot of time at Miramar, a lot of time at Point Magoo. Loved flying, for sure. My dad was a CB in Da Nang. He carried an M60, and he told me he just shot.
Really?
He didn't shoot at anything. So whenever there was a firefight in the village, he just like shot. Yeah, my dad was a gentle giant. Like I'm a loud, boisterous. I was adopted. He adopted me, by the way, when I was 13. He's like a big dude, like smaller than me, but like big muscular dude, and was a commercial roofer. But he didn't want to be on the land, so he enlisted in the Navy during Vietnam, and then they made him a CB, which meant he was in construction on the land.
Okay.
So he was kind of pissed because he was like, I thought I was going to be on a boat. Instead, I was not on a boat. Today, we're going to be taking viewer questions, and it's important that we get to them eventually today. But first, we're going to promote that you guys are following me on social media. Boats, let me ask you a question, Boats. Do you follow me on social media? Because you can if you go to Todd Ault on Instagram. By the way, thank you to all those people who pointed out that I had a fraudulent account set up by someone. It looks like Instagram blocked that person very fast. Did you see that, Skyla?
I can't imagine how many people. There was probably like 100 people that were like, oh,
this
is fake. Yeah, they were like, we have to take it down.
And I think Instagram can see that he took all my stuff and posted it all in one day.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And because you were like, it's me, so they can, they can totally trace that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm told I'm going to get verified. Hello, Mom. Mom, we were just talking about your husband. He was in Da Nang. My mom's just like tuning on right now here. We launched the Greg Foss podcast last night. If you Jason, I know you know Bitcoin, but if you believe in Bitcoin, if you believe in the future of Bitcoin, or you want to learn about Bitcoin, I don't know that you can miss this podcast. I watched it last night and kept remembering what I was learning from Greg. Greg is a complete stud. Greg is going to be at the conference, and let's roll the clip on Greg. You got to watch this. It's on my YouTube channel. This may be one of the best interviews maybe ever.
Listen, Bitcoin is the most pristine form of collateral ever created by man. And as a form of collateral that is auditable, verifiable, portable, transferable, Bitcoin as collateral in any lending relationship, including a prime brokerage lending relationship where a hedge fund like yourself needs to pledge securities against their long and short positions. Bitcoin, quite simply, is the most perfect, pristine collateral ever created.
Smart man. That very, 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 very smart man. All right, still rolling. That smart man will be at the conference on May 12th through the 15th. There will be a Bitcoin day.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I'm hearing a little rumor that someone huge is going to be at the conference related to Bitcoin. Huge, huge. At the conference, taking questions.
Huge.
Huge, man. Huge. If you've signed up for the conference, then pay no attention to this next thing. But we're going to roll a clip because you need to go to ToddAult.com and register. We're going to open it up for you to go and pay. So when you sign up, not today because you can just pre-register, but when you sign up, all your admission fees include your hotel, include some dinners, include a bunch of stuff. There's so much stuff that we're giving away at the conference. Did Buffett buy Bitcoin yet? Buffett actually invested in the company. Did. Hey, can you roll the clip on? Yeah, there we go. Whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here, we're going to have lots of other people there that have actually built businesses.
This will make somebody's life about 1,000 times better.
You got a business and you want to expand your business, whether you're in the restaurant business, you're in technology, whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here. This is going to be a conference where you can learn something, meet people, and network. Limited slots are available. Head over to ToddAult.com and register today. Now, I can't give you the details yet, but everyone that's at that conference, that paid to go to that conference and shows up at the conference is going to have some Bitcoin. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I have a suspicion that I know how it's going to happen. You guys, I've been at this a long time. I have started companies like Patient Safety, acquired Surgical Medical that sold to Stryker for $120 million. Whoa, wrong number. That was because Brian came back and he was the founder of Surgicount. He worked hard to get that sold to Stryker. I was took over Franklin Capital, was an investor and food maker, which ultimately became Jack in the Box. I sold Taco Cabana. I had a big position there when it sold to private equity. I have taken over Digital Power. I mean, I've done this for so long, I could just go on a laundry list of things I brought in public and been involved. And I really want you to be at the conference because the goal for me is to meet people that have businesses that either need help and want to go in a direction, and I can direct them the way I got it done, how I raised capital, etc. So check it out. I hope you're there. It's important to me that you're there. But Jason, shots fired. Shots fired. Is that Russia firing shots yet? Let's go to a market update.
Yeah, it's still turmoil there, and the market doesn't like that. And the market's closed Monday, so there wasn't much volume today, just selling.
This is not scientific. I have a colleague of mine who's from the Ukraine. He said to me that, okay, so I got to paraphrase all this a little bit. He said that, yeah, they're moving around. Russia's not going to invade. Not going to happen. It's too much of a problem. The Russians don't want bodies coming back. Like the Ukrainian will fight, and then people in Russia will get upset.
Yeah.
And that it's all like just
theater,
like a crisis in the Ukraine. A lot of theater here. It's not Crimea like they did before. Well, that's scary. So he's from the Ukraine, and he said, no, it's not going to happen. I've talked to people over there. It's all show, pop, and circumstances. And what they're saying is that they don't like that the U.S. is saying it's imminent. And that the more that the U.S. says it's imminent, the more that Putin won't do it. He's like, so he's got center stage now. You've got the Fed, who's effectively, I think, lost control.
You know what else they lost control of?
What?
Making tons of money trading the markets.
Yeah, this is a mess.
They
for
banned
them.
its Fed approves rules banning its officials from trading stocks, bonds, and cryptos.
Yeah, but it makes no sense. They can't own crypto. What does that mean? They can't trade it, but they can own it. I don't know.
It looks like we have to read more into this. But
Yeah, but the Fed definitely changed the rules today.
Yeah.
And the politicians are talking about not letting any of the politicians be able to trade any stocks. A lot of people are fighting that back here while they're in office. So I guess Nancy Pelosi would never have been able to run Pelosi Capital.
true, they can all just put it in a blind trust, though. You know?
Elon Musk, his private company, SpaceX.
Mm-hmm.
You want to bet it goes public?
They're going to do a...
10-for-1 reverse split.
Yep.
Let's go to my screen real quick. Market down 200. Jason, let's go through the market.
Yeah, Dow down 232, actually, 34,079. NASDAQ down 168 to 13,548. S&P down 31, 43.48. Bitcoin, little bit of selling pressure, right at $40,039. Ethereum 2,800. Oil $91.60. We look at gold; it's right around 1,900 an ounce now, and silver is right around $24 per ounce. Copper's $4.50. Copper's been steady.
Do you see Palantir?
What is it now?
$11.
11.
What? I mean, kind of crazy. Jason, what stocks are you looking at right now that you're excited about? What are you excited about?
Shorting housing stocks
Why are you shorting housing stocks?
because the collapse, in my opinion, is imminent. Talk about imminent.
The collapse of what?
Home sales, home construction, all of that fun stuff. Existing home sales, actually, let's look at existing home sales. Looks like they were down. Interest rates now, over 4%? The Fed hasn't even moved. If the Fed goes for a 50 bips move in March, that will decrease buying power for Americans.
SPAC Jesus. You know what happened to him today? Let's go to SPAC Jesus, please. Can you go to my screen? SPAC Jesus. Let's put him up. He who took Virgin Galactic public steps down from the company's board. He sold all of his shares.
Really?
Because he's investing in other commitments he has to green energy. He's got to back it up that he's like, I sold my stock and made my millions.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm going to put it in other things. There he is.
He doesn't have
Chamath.
any more clove, CLOV?
He sold the former chairman that was worth over $200 million at the time. It took about 15 million shares through Social Capital.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it's called. He is leaving to focus on other existing public board opportunities. Virgin Atlantic slipped. Virgin Atlantic is $9 now.
I know
he
somebody
sold
else.
most of his stock at 27.
Yeah, I do know that. What's the...
Where's the outrage? I'm just kidding.
For
around.
what?
There's no
Taking profit?
That's exactly right.
What's the problem?
Are you allowed to make money in this country?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Right?
I'm looking at some of the Bitcoin stocks. So if it's 44,000, it's one price. If it's 40,000, let's clip those things for 10%.
Clip them big. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that do you think Nile is like pegged it to Bitcoin yet?
No.
We do get the downside though,
Yeah,
right?
we get the downside. Mara got clipped 7% today. What Riot? Riot was Riot was down 4.5%.
All right. Well, I want to spend my time with investors now, so let's go through home builders. Let's see here. Brandon lost COVID.
Meta is no longer a top 10 valued company. You knew that, right?
What's the story with Meta?
Just been losing tons of value.
Right.
I mean, they're trying to.
They're losing value because
they're
of
fighting
why?
the euros for like
But
regular.
they're losing value because of why? They can't buy because of political reasons. They can't buy anyone,
Yep.
and they're not an innovative company. They usually acquire innovation.
Yeah, and a lot of people are sick of being the intrusiveness of Facebook.
And
That's personal choice.
Apple changed their privacy policy,
Right.
And now Google's going to change their privacy policy.
Yep.
So Meta is got problems here. Let's go to some of the questions here. I want to go to all of them, and let's start off with. Oh, another tough day for the longs. Yep, SOS.
It's true.
Smoked. Do you know Morgan Stanley would buy 2 million shares of that trash, but we can't get a single institution? That's actually not true. Have you seen the institutional ownership?
I haven't looked at Fintel in a while. For Nile?
Yeah.
Oh.
2.3 million shares was bought by Vanguard.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
They're a 5% holder.
I saw
Did
that.
you see that?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Let's see here. We're talking about I just accumulated. Any questions? Let's get to some questions. If some of my OTC stocks would move up, I can sell them and buy more now. Oh, that's funny. That's. Let's see, Mr. Ault. I have a confidence, even Mr. Ault, 10 years plan, but it's just Biden doesn't screw it up. No, I'm not worried about Biden. Lame duck president. Did you see what's happening with our friend Kathy Wood?
She's getting wrecked.
I mean,
ARK Investments.
ARK Investments is getting wrecked.
Hey, let's look at the chart.
Can we pull it up? You can bring it on your screen.
Yeah, I want to see this. I haven't looked at it in a while. ARK.
So Justin said, "What stocks are you looking to go long or short?"
Wow, look at this.
Wow.
Look at the 3-month on ARK.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. 113.
I was going to say I looked at some stocks today. Like one thing that's interesting is Alzamend is trading below $1.50.
Yep.
It has 2 drugs, one already in humans, another one going into humans. Has cash in the bank, and it's trading like it's going to zero.
I know.
Let's see here. Todd, that is for what, their mutual fund? I don't know whether that's for their mutual fund or not. If the company was doing an offering increase the float 4 times, 7 million. Thought on that. I don't know. MULN. Oh my God. Mullen.
62
Holy
cents.
Shit.
Did we look at that chart? Let's show a little Mullen action here. Mullen Automotive. MULN.
So
there it is.
A question that being asked about Alt Alpha.
Wow.
So Alt Alpha is a hedge fund run by Alt Capital Management, which is my private company, Alt & Company. It is true that DPL is an investor. There are other investors in the company fund too. And yeah, we've been accumulating Nile for a while. And I think we intend to continue. Well, let me ask myself. Do you intend to continue? Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I pretty much laid out that, we have a $50 million buyback at the company, and then Alt Alpha is accumulating a position too. So I'm in a strange world right now because we raised so much money last year. We have so many assets that we're really planning on how's the company going to look in the future. And I've said this publicly, so this isn't new information. So let's just slow down for a second and not pay attention to the market. I want to do a Warren Buffett moment and just pretend like I don't even look at the price of the stock. So over on one side of Nile, we have BitNile Inc., which owns our DeFi business, which is Earnity, 19.9%. Mm-hmm. We own a data center, which I'm very proud of. We bought for $2 million or $4 million, and now it's a behemoth. And we own miners. And so far, we've installed
2185
of SJ19 Pros. We're just taking delivery now of another 300 shortly.
We got 297 in transit.
We get 300 a month approximately.
Yep.
It's terahash, right?
Yeah, it's terahash.
And then starting next month, we'll get 2,300 miners a month.
Correct.
So we go to 2,485 approximate miners, give or take. I'm plus or minus 1 or 2 miners.
Yep.
So then we're at 2,485. We're at more than 1 Bitcoin a day. That accelerates to, my understanding is, 2 Bitcoin a day at the end of March, early April, right?
Yeah.
And then 3 Bitcoin a day at the end of April, early May.
Yep.
And then 4 Bitcoin a day, 5 Bitcoin a day, 6 Bitcoin a day, 7 Bitcoin a day, until we're like killing it.
And then hello, green miners.
And then the green miners come in where we have 140 terahash.
140
So I appreciate that everyone's texting me. Someone texted me about bankruptcy yesterday.
What the hell?
What? What do you mean bankruptcy? Someone texted me like it was like in like Twitter or something like, tell us how you're not going to go bankrupt because I mine Bitcoin and by the way, so that's one side of the business, including by the way, the data center has other customers, other people. So it's a 617,000 square foot building. We take up 60,000 square feet. The rest is all rented out to other people that pay us. It's a real estate play. They pay us a monthly check. Okay, so then we go to the other side of the business, Alt Alliance. So you have BitNile Inc., Alt Alliance. In there, you have Gresham Worldwide, a defense company that just reported its backlog and new orders up. Then we have Turn On Green, which is an old legacy power electronics business. By the way, look at that BitNile car in the background.
I know.
What could I want to? Why would I want to promote BitNile? I wonder. Okay, so then over on the Alt Alliance side, which is an alliance, there's a reason we call it that. It owns a lender. It owns a lender which lends money to other public companies like Mullen. We lend money to other public companies, like all kinds of different other public companies. We get paid in stock. We trade. We invest. We own, like I said, Turn On Green, the old legacy digital power, which is doing great. We're very proud of it now, moving forward. Is it all to plan? Nothing's ever to plan.
No.
Do you think I planned to be this overweight? Do you think my wife married me and said, you know, I really want you to fatten up, cowboy? I want you to eat all that good food and just get fat, and then that's planned for that. No, but you deal with what you get to deal with, right, Jason?
Yeah.
By the way, that's Renus's car.
Renus VK.
Renus VK, who's fast as shit, along with Connor.
Yeah. The Dutch Flyer.
The Dutch Flyer.
I don't know his nickname, but I like that one.
VK.
Just make one up.
And the other guy is the flying mullet.
Yeah, the flying
Daly.
mullet.
Oh my
I love
gosh,
Connor.
that's
I love Connor.
That's
So I want to cover this. So inside Digital Power is ownership of Alzamend, ownership of AdTech Pharma, which no one's paying attention to. I can't even remember all that stuff we own. Can you help me out? Can you remember?
Say it again now. What were you?
Inside Digital Power, we own shares of Alzamend.
Yep.
We own shares of
AdTech,
Pharma.
MTIX, or
MTIX. We own shares of MTIX, AVLP. The company on the OTC we're trying to uplist.
Yep.
It's trading for zero, by the way.
Yeah.
We have like a big loan to them. They're I don't know what the hell to say to people. This market is so discombobulated. I was looking at some stocks thinking to myself, I could go buy stuff for like 10% of its value. Some stocks out there are trading for so cheap. And I talked to a friend of mine who's very talented. He used to work for Michael Milken, and he said to me, worst bear market I've ever seen. And I'll tell you, it's probably hard to understand this, but you have this massive discrepancy between large cap S&P and the small caps are slaughtered.
They are.
Dude, they're slaughtered, man. They're slaughtered. They've just taken these thing out, and
they're crushed.
They sank like the Titanic, man.
Bad.
They suck.
There's a gold mine I can buy. Dirt cheap. Literally a gold mine. I don't even understand.
Oh, small caps. What's happened to you? Oh, micro caps, you're dead. By the way, they have literally annihilated them.
They're dead.
It's not risk on, it's completely risk off.
Centro and Mullen.
What's Centro right now?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What is Centro?
What is Centro trading for?
I'm going to tell you right now, CENN. $1.33 divided
Dude, these
by
things
15.
are wiped off the planet.
0.088 pre-split.
Yeah.
8 pennies.
But
call it 9
I
pennies.
appreciate what
Wow.
everyone's saying, but I'm not worried about my philosophy. Although you see me trading, a vast majority of the stuff I've owned for years. I started buying Nile when it was DPW in 2016. Because it's just like, I understand everyone's focused on right now, but we pre-announced that we're going to have sales of $155 million for 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Up from 52 million or 51 million in 2021, up from 23 million in 2020. I don't know how to make everyone feel better.
Ollie says, what happens? How does Nile turn it around, in your opinion? How long can this last?
But turn what around? You mean the price?
Yeah, it's just a price.
Price will catch up with the market.
It's math, Andrew Yang says. It's math. When these big...
The price is going to catch up with the market.
Yeah.
Hey, SPAC Jesus is a true pumper. But let me ask you this question. Here's what it says here. Team PJCT. And I feel like I know who you are, but I may not. And I hope I meet you at the conference. By the way, I hope everyone on this list comes meet me at the conference. And if any of you can't afford to come, let me know. Text me privately, and I'll see if I can't help you get out here. Because I'd like to meet every one of you. Every one of you who's a fan of the show, I really want you to be at the conference. And I don't mean you can't afford it, but just like if you, for some reason, like the cost is prohibitive and you need something, I'll work with you because I want everyone there. But why do you think SPAC Jesus is a true pumper and a scammer? Because he has created companies that have done incredible things. I think that scammer word gets used too much. Now I see people scamming on Skyla, but that's because they want to go out with her. They don't like, is scamming is like used a lot, right? Like,
yeah,
I have a scam or a scheme. By the way, over in Europe, when you have an idea, it's called a scheme, but over here, it's a bad thing. You know?
Interesting.
I'm naked's brokes, he says. Tal.
No, I just don't know why he said that he's a scammer. I know he's a pumper, but I don't know if he's a scammer. Without financial, let's see here, Papa Gorilla, who's going to hopefully cook for us.
Yeah, he's coming.
Without financial, not support money, jump in, CNN, but Papa just can't stop buying at these prices. I get Devon right. There you go.
Yeah.
The more exchange reports we deploy, the more Bitcoin we mine. Difficulty dependent. True. I'm naked's broke. Yeah, that's true. It's killing all of us a little bit. Patience. I don't know if it's patience. I think that I'm trying to be I have gray hair. Trying to be fatherly about this a little bit. I've just been through this before, and you gotta. The reason why I have patience is because I know the plan. I can understand why people don't want to be invested in it, though. I mean, Nile's down a lot. I'm pretty frustrated with that myself.
Yeah.
But I have to say to you, I have been involved in so many things. In the 90s, I was involved in Food Maker. And that's now called Jack in a Box, publicly traded. Look at how beautiful that car is in the background. You see that?
I know, look at that.
Yeah. In the 90s, I was involved in Food Maker. And I bought that stock after people died eating their product. If you went to a Jack in a Box in the 90s, there was a short period of time where about 700 people got sick, and I think 4 or 5 people died from E. coli burgers. Just imagine... I bought it, was 18. I bought it like at 3. It still went lower. And I thought, it took me months and months to convince myself I was okay. And I used to drive around to Jack in the Boxes. That's probably how I got fat. It's supposed to be funny. And I would literally watch the lines. And I saw people in the lines. Jack in the Box. So they had 1,000 locations. And I did the math, and I thought, well, look at their debt. That company was trading, I'm not joking around, for under $100,000 a location. I think you could buy every single Jack in the Box was like $100,000.
That's crazy.
Now, I might be wrong on the math, and I apologize, because I'm not convinced you to buy Jack in the Box now. But the stock, I bought a ton of it at $3. They figured out how to bring Jack back for president. Because remember, before they blew Jack up, and he wasn't around, like the big head Jack in the Box, like some people say, I have a big head like Jack in the Box, right? So Jack in the Box was around, and they decided to bring him back and run him for president, and they had all this great marketing and campaign stuff, but they brought in the safest food delivery system in the world. And I used to talk to the company every 2 weeks, like, what's going on with same-store sales? How are the locations? By the way, can I tell you something crazy? One of their big pitches is they have real ice cream shakes now. So I was like, what did you have before? Mm. Isn't a milkshake supposed to be real with ice cream?
It's supposed to be.
But I was like, what the hell does that mean? Okay, I'll go with it.
Vegetable oil.
No, they announced real ice cream shakes. Okay,
that's huge.
All right, real ice cream, as opposed to not ice cream. Whatever. Okay, so they, one of the things I used to see at night was people would go back for the Jack in the Box tacos.
Oh, those are so good. I love Jack in the Box tacos.
Here comes Skylar with the taco. You like those tacos, Skylar?
I do. It's like 2 for like $1.20 or something like that.
So eventually, I looked at it for a long time and was convinced that the financial leverage would be there. And I was rewarded in a biblical way. Jack in the Box. Can you pull up a long-term chart on Jack in the Box, like way back to 1996? Is it possible?
What's the symbol?
I don't know what it is now. JBX or something?
Jack.
Jack?
Yeah, I got a 5-year. That's it. I don't
No,
have,
you got to
I
go
don't have
way
historical.
back. I mean, you got to go way back. So I ended up buying Jack in the Box for my clients and I, and my fund, and everything else I owned under the sun.
Hold on.
And this thing went to like $150. And then it split and went back up again.
Yeah.
Recently, by the way, they bought Taco Bell. Now, when I owned Jack in the Box, they owned Taco Bueno. They got rid of that. Taco Bueno. Who goes to Taco Bueno?
Taco Bueno.
Taco Bueno. Now, I did the same thing with Taco Cabana out of Texas. It was trading for like not even 1 time's profit. It was like ridiculous. It was $3. And I thought salsa was the new ketchup. You hear that? That was my thesis. Salsa was the new ketchup. Now, Jason.
I don't know about that. What happened
It
there?
didn't end up happening, but Taco Cabana went to $10. We sold it to private equity. I made a fortune. Well, that's all relative because I make more money now than I did back then. But to me, it was a fortune back then.
Yeah.
And now I think BitNile is in Bitcoin.
Ooh, I got the max chart here. Let's look at this Jack.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Jack.
Hold on,
Jack is back.
Let me make this. Okay.
Let's see if I can see it. Let's go.
All right, here we go. 1993. See this right here?
Yeah.
It was.
Look at the low. How low did it go? Look how low it went. 96, like when they killed people.
Yeah, it was down to $2.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
$2.
Oh, look at that.
I want my $2.
Where'd it go? See that run up there? Look how I had a huge run.
Hold on, let me keep
By the way,
going. That was 2013.
The 55-cent hamburger came back for the 55th anniversary of McDonald's, and we went down to like $10. And it only lasted for a minute, and nobody cared.
Where did you sell? What year?
Oh my God.
07?
I don't know where I sold. A lot of clients took their money, and
Yeah.
I think I sold some at 28, some at 76.
Wow.
It went to 150. Split 2 for 1.
Yeah.
It's a home run.
That's crazy.
Right. And I did the same thing with Taco Cabana. And not the same percentages. God, everyone's so technical. Like, you said you made the same as Taco Cabana. No, I didn't. Come on, dude. Even the regulators are like, did you mean this? Did you mean this? Did you mean that? Let's just agree that you don't need to buy anything I like.
No.
Don't buy anything I like. Buy what you like. This show's for entertainment purposes. But the point of it is that we made a decision to change the name to BitNile and to bifurcate the companies internally because we're trying to spin out Alt Alliance, make it a separate public company, and give shares to our shareholders, which I'm one of them. And you're one of them out there, Boat. And we're making a bet on Bitcoin. I'm not making a one-day bet on Bitcoin. I'm making a bet on the future of DeFi and Bitcoin. We bought a data center. You should not buy our stock if you don't have a horizon
Who's in the
deal
chat?
with Bitcoin.
So I got two questions
Let's
here.
do it.
Boats. There's Devon Wright's asking about risk on conference. Nobody got back to him.
Someone a while ago was asking
And Boats.
to explain a terahash.
Oh yeah, I
Hold on a second.
left a link
Hold on a
there.
second. Wait. What do you mean no one got back to you?
Devon Wright. When does someone reach back to us, Todd or Jason?
Oh, okay. I know what
regarding
you're asking. So you probably. By the way, please check your spam or your trash, because when I signed up for the conference, I got it back in spam. And there's a letter in there that says we're going to get back to you. I think that's in a couple days, because there's kind of 2 places you can go with this. You can go to the VIP Risk On event, or you can go to the regular Risk On event. I don't know if there's going to be a huge difference. There'll be some difference. By the way,
you could do virtual too if you're not traveling.
yeah, if you're not traveling, you can do virtual too.
Yeah.
I will tell you, if this one person, I know people said in there, Michael Saylor. Okay, Saylor we're already talking to. But there's another person as big as Saylor in Bitcoin.
Yep.
Well, he doesn't have as much invested.
Right.
But he likes Bitcoin.
Yep.
And I really want him to be here. I'm so pumped about. So if you think about this, we're gonna glide into March 27th is the opening day for the Indy. We got promotion around BitNile, promotion around Alzamend, all the things that are happening in our universe. Indy racing to get that Bitcoin. We're going to race for Bitcoin.
We have to.
We've got to race fast.
You're fighting difficulty.
Yeah, fighting difficulty. Indy, the launch of the Indy series on the 27th in St. Petersburg, and then we get into March. We have a lot of critical things happening in March. We got a big payment due at the end of March at Nile, where we're doing some refinancing stuff, and then we really accelerate the miners. Jason,
Yeah.
we accelerate the miners from 2,185, which will be another 300, so 2,485 approximately. Then we add 2,300 a month. So let's just do the math for me real quickly here. In 3 months, we'll be what at 2,300 a month plus what we have.
Yeah, it'll be 2482.
2482 plus 23 plus 23,
Yeah,
right?
so 4600 plus 2382. So yeah, we're looking at almost 7,000.
7,000.
Yeah.
And then at that point, the 7,000 accelerates over the next few months all the way to 20,600.
7,000. If you could just, it's a very, very broad ballpark, but 1,000 miners equals around 1 million a month. Very general, very
that
broad.
right?
Yeah. So times 7 is 84 million a year.
So
Very
at 7,000
general.
will be about 84 million a year.
Yeah.
And then you're going to accelerate all the way up. Broad general strokes. You got to
Right,
do your
very
own math
broad.
here. We're going to get to 20,600.
Yep.
And that puts us now. We underwrote for less price in Bitcoin. We don't want Bitcoin to go down, but we know what we're profitable at when we're at 29,000, 25,000, etc. But I have to stress to you guys, we're trying to change the dynamics of what the companies look like. So we're taking a set of assets and we're moving it over to Alliance, and we're leaving BitNile as pristine in DeFi and Bitcoin, and then eventually you have this nice little sweet company in 2 different categories. One kind of private equity, old line, lending, defense, electronics, other things we're in on the Alt Alliance side, which will cash flow. And then on the other side, you're going to have this machine that is literally printing Bitcoin, right? And we announced that we were at 1 Bitcoin a day. I'm super proud of it. So that's why, you guys, I'm not really paying attention. I know the price sucks. I'm not happy with it either.
Yeah.
But I don't know why people price other Bitcoin companies at like 400 million, and we have more miners than them. It doesn't make any sense.
We've seen this. Yeah. It's
but
like,
I've been down this road. I bought things that are undervalued before when no one wanted them.
Yeah.
And I myself buy things that no one want.
We've seen
And
this.
then I sell them when they're so dear. I literally, when it comes down to my life, I read the original book when I was like 11 years old, and securities analysis and Benjamin Graham, all that old stuff, it still ends up at the end of the day. The only difference is that Charlie Munger, who's as old as dirt, he just says things like, the Chinese have a better system, we should just ban things. He doesn't pay attention to their human rights. There's a lot of nonsense coming out of his mouth lately. But you know what happens when you get that old, when you're 98 years old? You walk into the restaurant, you don't care if there's anyone waiting. You drive your car, you don't have to. What's anyone going to do to you? And when you're a billionaire, you can tell everyone, hey, pay no attention to that currency, that Bitcoin stuff.
You know, during the
By the way,
start.
I admire Charlie Munger. Don't get me wrong. But he's got a ton of money in his little daily journal company in Alibaba, right? Over in China, there's like some hypocritical. I mean, there's some real interesting stuff going on there. I don't judge him for that, but I don't think you should be calling Bitcoin rat poisoning. Bitcoin's ingenious.
2 years ago, they were saying oil was dead during the pandemic.
Yeah.
If you look at my screen on Devon Energy, ticker symbol DVN, $6 stock, March of 2020. Now it's almost March of 2022. Oil's definitely not dead. It's a $55 stock.
Look at this. What this Justin guy says. Let's a good fair question. He says, "Can you guarantee no reason for a reverse split?" Okay, we're on the New York American. They don't require a split before $1. This is not the NASDAQ.
Right.
I've said this 100 times, but Justin, for you, I'll say it 100. I'm going to say it 105 more times.
Can you? Yeah.
We are not in danger of splitting the stock. Now, if it went to 0, we'd have to split it, wouldn't we?
Can you split a 0?
I don't know. Can you split like 20 cents? I mean, I don't know. But we have announced a buyback. So what doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
And what about your investment in ALZN? I've never sold a share. ALZN is a bet on 2 drugs. They're far from being done, and they're not. It sucks that it's down. I've seen a lot of biotechs that are in the gutter, but not a seller, my friend.
The New York Stock Exchange American has a threshold of 20 cents. I don't know if somebody asked that.
Yes, it does. If it goes below 20 cents, you get a warning letter.
It's not $1.
Not $1, my friend. That's the NASDAQ.
Anybody okay, guys and gals?
Okay.
Okay.
Osman, will the CEO be attending Alzheimer's conferences? I believe he will be. I don't run it. I'm not on the board, but I'll talk to Stefan. I like Stefan a lot. Biden is speaking.
Really?
About what?
Is he?
Well, he must be speaking because sure enough, Bitcoin's down now. Live update.
He's got his executive action coming, huh? Oh, he's talking. Oh, wow. He's talking about Russia and Ukraine.
What's he saying?
I'm going to look here.
Let's direct here. Let's go.
Are you on the website?
Hold on. Let's see what. Can we go to my screen?
I have it on the White House website if you want right now. It's right here.
The rest of the world.
You got it?
Visit upon.
Or is it me?
You know, there are many issues that divide our
I'll pause
nation
mine.
and our world. But standing up to Russian aggression is
Standing
not
up.
one of them.
Won't let me do
The
it.
American
Nuclear
people
war.
are united. Europe is united. The transatlantic community is united. Our political parties in this country are united. The entire free world is united. Russia has a choice between war and all the suffering
This
it will
guy.
bring, or diplomacy that will make a future safer for everyone. Now, I'm happy to take a few questions.
He's taking
Nancy
questions?
from Bloomberg.
No
Don't
way.
do it.
No fucking
Don't
way.
do it, Joe.
That
They're
it is
fucking
wise
pink.
for
Go ahead.
President Zelensky to leave Ukraine if an invasion is as imminent as the U.S. says it is?
That's a judgment for him to make and a determination as to whether or not. I've spoken with Zelensky a dozen times.
Yeah, he hates you.
Full screen's
Maybe more,
unavailable.
I don't know. And it's in the pursuit of a diplomatic solution, it may not be it may be the wise choice, but it's his decision.
And do you have any indication about whether President Putin has made
I know
a
this
decision
sounds
on whether
sad.
to invade? Do you
When
feel
I
confident
talk to
that
my
he-
dad,
that he hasn't
who has
made that
Alzheimer's,
decision already?
he sounds like Joe.
As of
like
this
this
moment,
kind
I'm
of
convinced
slow
he's made the
draw
decision.
thing going
We
on.
have reason to believe that.
There seems to be a unanimity of spirit to do between the United States and Europe to do some sanctions, a comprehensive sanctions. But is everyone on board with the exact same sanctions that you want to do?
Yes. There will be some slight differences, but none. There'll be more add-ons than subtractions.
And
What?
President Putin is going to oversee some
Oh.
nuclear drills this weekend.
Sorry.
How do
Nuclear
you see
drills.
that happening? What's your reaction to that, sir? Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't think he is remotely contemplating using nuclear weapons, but I do think it's.
Oh, my God.
I think he is focused on trying to convince the world that he has the ability to change the dynamics in Europe in a way that he cannot. But I don't. How much of it is a cover for just saying we're just doing exercises, and there's more than that? I just can't. It's hard to read his mind.
Mr. President, to be clear, you are convinced that President Putin is going to invade Ukraine. Is that what you just said a few moments
Yes,
ago?
I did.
Oh, my
Yes.
God, dude.
So is diplomacy
love this
off
guy.
the table then?
No, until he does, diplomacy is always a possibility.
What reason do you have to believe he's considering that option at all?
We have a significant intelligence capability. Thank
Oh,
you.
like
very much.
WMDs? Here we go.
All right, guys. Well,
WMDs.
obviously this is lingering on things. Amex is key there, Justin. Yeah, Todd wants. What's the difference between the okay? So the Amex has a 20-cent rule, which is called an early warning. It's an early warning at 30 cents, and then at 20 cents, and then ultimately, I think at 6 they delist you. I just want to give you some peace of mind. If the stock were to be at 6 cents, let's do the math.
Yeah.
What's 6 cents times 100 million? We have 84 million shares outstanding, of which I think I own 11 million. But let's say that the stock is there's 100 million shares, and it's 6 cents. How much money
What are
is
we
that?
at? 6 million market cap?
Yeah, what would that be?
Yeah, 6 million market cap.
Okay. If the stock fell to 10 cents, with the mining we were doing now, we just simply would be buying all of it. Like we'd just buy as much as we could, right? Yeah. So this is just not necessary. I can't, I don't know what to say about that. I don't think that Russia invades Ukraine, but I could. Who gives a shit what I think, right?
Yeah.
I want to say that you can only control. This is a risk-on moment right now. You can only control what you do with your actions. I see a lot of people blaming everyone for them trading, buying AMC and buying this stock and that stock. Your life gets easier when you take responsibility for what you do. And I hope that you take that responsibility. I take my responsibility. Have I made mistakes? Hundreds of them. But I fall forward with my mistakes. Mm-hmm. I tend to be bitch and moan for like maybe 10 minutes. My wife says, whenever I'm depressed about a situation, it lasts for less than 24 hours, right? Jason, you see me. I get bummed about things, right?
For sure. We all do.
And I know people don't understand why we have an Indy car. But with the millions of people that are watching Indy and some of the offerings we're going to have for BitNile, especially in Bitcoin, I suspect people will figure it out. Skyla, I hope to God you have a funny joke.
All right. Universally, what is a Karen's favorite drink?
What is a Karen's favorite drink?
Karen.
Wine.
Wine.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, I have not come in contact with any Karens here in Vegas. People here are pretty chill. I would say they're more in Cali.
Greg Foss, guys. If you care about Bitcoin like we do, you got to check out Greg Foss podcast. Sign up for ToddAult.com. Go there. Sign up for the podcast. It is the 18th of February. Jason, we are off Monday because the market's closed. Look at that. It says risk on right on the car.
And the front fender.
Right on the front fender. See that? Can you see it says risk on? You see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. There it is. Risk on right there. Check out the
Foss podcast.
Foss podcast over the weekend. You got to watch it.
Yeah.
It's important. Go to ToddAult.com so you can come to the conference. We got a lot more product offerings coming there.
Bitcoin mining map as we leave. USA, 35% of the hash rate.
Woo! Yeah, baby. USA.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Let's go back to that. Let's go. I want to throw that again. Throw those graphics up. Look at that. Follow us on social media.
No, that's cool.
Milton Todd Ault at Facebook. Todd Ault. No. That's wrong, dude. Go back. That's wrong. That's what it was on YouTube. No, that's on YouTube. It's Todd Ault. No, not YouTube.
Instagram.
On
it's
Instagram, it's just
Ault.
Todd Ault, dude, not Todd Ault 3. And you got it wrong with the Twitter. They're opposite. Oh, boy. No, on Twitter, I'm Todd Ault 3.
Yeah, so it's just swapped.
No, double no. It's wrong.
It's just swapped.
Fix it.
That's great.
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, Nick, if that's the only mistake you've ever made, I love Nick and Brett. Well, these guys are great. In fact, I'll tell you, Nick, Brett, Christy, solid as a rock, this team. The people that help produce this show, Brett, first of all, is one of the nicest guys I've ever. I don't know that have you ever been in a bad mood, Brett?
No. I've never seen, and we've traveled with them at like 4 in the morning.
When I first met Christy, I was worried, like, oh, I don't know if we're going to get along because she's got the raging Cajun girl, but she's as sweet as can be and smart as a whip. Well, you know what happened was I watched one of Christy's movies, and the first scene I saw was like this girl kind of half naked, and I thought, oh boy, I'm in trouble. Because, I make comments that are stupid. I'll get myself in trouble because she produces a bunch of movies, like actual ones you sit and watch. And so, she's a movie producer, like Willie is, right? She makes actual movies.
Yeah.
And so you never know. Hollywood is a tough crowd sometimes. I was just, by the way, did we thank Lee Steinberg for the thing last week? Did we thank him?
No.
I think we did.
Did we?
Lee, thank you for inviting us to the conference. That was great. You know who I hung out with? I met Byron Allen there.
Yep.
I met the guy, the the guy, the Nigerian Nightmare from the Kansas City
Christian
Chiefs.
Okoye.
Christian Okoye. I met a guy. I met tons of people there. Larry Benet.
Byron Allen owns the Weather Channel.
He owns the Weather Channel.
Found that out.
He's trying to buy the Broncos.
Yep.
Yeah. I met a lot of people. It was fun. Anyways, I'm told I got to wrap it up. I feel like I could talk all day. Skylar, do you feel like you could talk all day? When are we going to have Randy back on the show?
Whenever.
He's here. We could have him on today. He's excited. Oh, he's on the dentist.
Oh, all right. So we'll have Randy on Wednesday. On Thursday, we head to St. Petersburg.
Yep. And so
Hey,
we're doing
I
our
really
Wisconsin
want to,
Friday.
folks,
Okay.
listen to me. If you like Indy, you like racing, or you're going to be in the St. Petersburg area, reach out to Randy. Let me make sure you're not a killer. And if you don't plan on killing me in person, come have a drink with me. Let's have lunch on Saturday. I'll be in St. Petersburg. You know who else is going to be in St. Petersburg?
I'll be there.
You'll be there.
Who else?
Drea's going to be
Yep.
there. Drea's going to be there. Skylar's going to be there. Roland's going to be there.
It's going to be really nice.
It's going to be nice.
The
Opening
weather's
day,
supposed to be
Congressman Schock
beautiful.
will be there.
Yeah.
Christy, are you going?
I wasn't invited, but I'd love to.
Oh, you got to come. I'm inviting you right now to come down there and hang out with me. As long can we watch all your movies together? Just kidding around. I'm joking. I'm joking around. You got to come down. Brett, Nick, what are you guys doing? Are you guys coming?
What?
Oh, what's going on around here?
Nobody's going.
Khalik's
Randy's
coming.
going.
Khalik's going to be there.
Khalik's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Christy, you got to come down.
Okay, well, just let me know when and where and all that jazz.
Text
all that
me.
jazz. I remember that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
They come to America. Guys, everybody, risk on, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday. We are not on the show on Monday because it's a holiday. Enjoy your weekend. I will be driving fast in one of my cars.
Yep.
And playing some poker.
I hope so.
It's a poker weekend, everybody. If you're in Vegas, look me up. Todd Ault on Instagram. Take care, everybody. Sign up for the conference. We'll see you later. Risk on, everyone.